Hello, and welcome back to my abode. You like Angry Birds, right? Tell me down in the comments below, and like and subscribe while you're at it. Please, my 50 children need food. If you like Angry Birds, then I have some great news. Today, I'm going to be talking about the second Angry Birds movie. One of the most polarizing video game sequels of all time, and something that most Angry Birds fans don't like. And for like pretty valid reasons too, but at the same time, invalid reasons? I would say that this movie is actually a pretty good movie. It has some good humor, it has good music, good characters, mostly. But like as an adaptation of the games, it does a really bad job of adapting some elements from the games. So let's get into that, shall we? Yippee! So the basic plot of this movie is basically, so the birds and the pigs have to team up to defeat the eagles, who are threatening to destroy both islands. So they do a bit of a prison escape movie where they try to foil the main villain's plans, and then everything works out in the end. Now, you may listen to that and think to yourself, how the fuck does that have to do with Angry Birds? And that's the good part. It doesn't. It's mainly an original movie that just uses the Angry Birds characters for like their own shenanigans. If you can do this with literally any property or franchise, or hell, even with original characters, but like for some reason they use Angry Birds characters, probably because they just needed it to be a sequel, because the first movie made a lot of money and it was really well received, so I guess that's why they wanted to go with this movie. And it's really baffling when you realize, like, other than the first movie, they just like scratch the surface with what they can adapt with the games. Like, you have Angry Birds Space, you have Angry Birds Stella, you can even adapt Seasons, or you can't adapt Angry Birds Star Wars, that's illegal. But like, there's so much that you can do, and you decide to do something that has nothing to do with Angry Birds other than having it you can do a lot of stuff with the Angry Birds property, and what you decide to do is that you take the birds, the pigs, and the eagles, and you decide to do nothing with any of the original game material. Like, you couldn't have had the ice bird from Angry Birds Space in like the ice themed place. Seriously, you couldn't have done that. You couldn't have butchered his character, but you had to butcher Silver. Yeah, that is one of the main points that most Angry Birds fans don't like this movie, is the characterization of Silver. Bad. Shit. Silver is just completely like assassinated when it comes to anybody liking her in any media, because first of all, she looks nothing like her game design. I would say that the designs of the Angry Birds Angry Bird movie designs actually do a really great job adapting from the game versions into the movie. However, with Silver, they just didn't try at all. Like, they just like made an original character and then just decided, hey, it's Silver from Angry Birds 2. Please watch our product. And it's like, okay, like, cool character and all, but this is just not Silver, especially when you do research on Silver and learn that she actually has a backstory where she's raised by pigs, and like, that could have been an amazing plot point, but for some reason they just decide, no, she's actually a super genius, that's Chuck's sister, and like, okay, could you have at least made her enjoyable to watch? I'm being mean, but like, it's really bad when the Aquafina character was more enjoyable to me than Silver. Aquafina! The other original characters, such as Courtney, the scientist pig that I forgot the name of, Zeta's daughter, they're actually really enjoyable. Like, they actually have they actually made good original characters in this movie. You put effort into the original characters, and then you just butcher Silver like she's a pig at the deli. Like, why? What else do I like about this movie? Its comedy is really good, albeit very inconsistent. Like, you could go from a joke that you probably laughed out loud to Baby Shark. This movie is, like, really strange. It's, like, really good, and at the same time, it's like, why do you exist? Because I have no objections to a second Angry Birds movie. It's just the way that it's executed is just eh. And I'm not even saying don't make original stuff with Angry Birds characters. I think Angry Birds is a really malleable franchise that you can do a lot of stuff with. But like, you still have a lot of stuff to do. Like, Angry Birds Space is really well loved. You can tell because fans for years have been asking it to be brought back on the App Store. Or you can just pirate it. Many people clamor for Space, and you're just not gonna do Space. Instead, you're just gonna do Ice Movie against the Eagles. I mean, sure, go ahead, but at least do Space first. Another thing is that it has a romance plot, and unfortunately, this amazing picture right here, it doesn't come to pass, and instead Red gets with Silver, which is really sad because this is one of the most blatant examples of head slop that I have ever seen. I know the word head slop has been desensitized to a lot of people due to how much you probably hear it on social media, but like it's Red and Silver, like that's head slop. I'm sorry, that is like pure head slop. I feel like the romance in this movie is like really mishandled. There's also Zeta and Mighty Eagle, which, like, I mean, sure, they're not as badly done as Red and Silver, but like, come on, man, at least try to put like better romance in your movie. Leonard is still enjoyable to watch. I really still like Leonard. He was my favorite character from the first movie, and he's my favorite character in the second movie, especially with his little cronies that he likes to parade around, along with Courtney. Courtney is an alright character. I don't really have any strong feelings for her. She's just there. Awkwafina gives like a decent voice performance as her. Like, I'd say it's one of Awkwafina's only like tolerable roles. The Scientist Pig is really enjoyable to watch, especially with there's an eagle nearby joke with that elite. What? Especially with that eagle alarm joke especially with that eagle alarm joke that they made in the movie. I think that was pretty funny. Like I said before, this movie is pretty funny. Like, it has jokes, but like the range is, like I said before, you laugh at a joke and they reference dabbing in this movie. So I'm not really sure how valid this movie is for existing. Visuals of this movie, it still looks really impressive. Like, it still looks as pretty and beautiful as the first movie. Especially with the ice aesthetic. Like, I really like the ice aesthetic in this movie. Some may prefer a more hotter aesthetic, but like, I like the ice setting. I think it's like really, really enjoyable. Another thing that is enjoyable about this movie is the music. I don't really see music being tossed around as like a good talking point for the movies, but like, the music's pretty good. Like, I'd say that's pretty catchy. Unfortunately, Baby Shark is in the soundtrack, so I have to say, burn the soundtrack, leave it in hell, let it die in a ditch. But yeah, while Angry Birds 2, it's a good movie. Like, it has a good plot. It has good writing. Sometimes. Like, it has good writing most of the time. It has good characters, except if you're silver-colored. But, like, did this really have to be an Angry Birds movie? And I know you've probably heard that sentiment time and time again. This is like a movie that was released in 2019. It's like years old now, and I'm just talking about it now. But like, it's really baffling to me how they just did this and got away with it. I'm pretty sure this movie made a lot of money. I think it did. I'm pretty sure it got good reviews. I think so, yeah. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cuts in this video. Like, it's also a really hard movie to, like, actually talk about because, like, it's an Angry Birds movie. Like, this isn't as, like, easy to talk about as, like, say, the Mario movies, which I have a lot of stuff to say about, which, trust me, will be its own video. Like, I will make a separate video for Mario movies 1 and 2, and, oh, I have stuff to say about the 90s version. But with the Angry Birds movies, they're just, I don't know, I'll probably have a bunch of stuff to say about the third movie. That movie looks god-awful. But to wrap things up, I would say that while Angry Birds 2 is a pretty good movie, it's, like, not a great adaptation of Angry Birds 2. Like, they could have done, like, at least some space, or, like, not even, like, a story adaptation of any of the Angry Birds games. They could have, like, adapted more characters from the games. Silver, they could have adapted Silver better, 1,000 times better. She is not enjoyable in this movie. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.